We're going to try to keep this one a little bit short. The Lightning Bar has already got it ready for the offense. We already did our first half, our defensive all-pro team. Now this is our offensive to complete the list, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed ready for the offense on the one and only Allied Rivals podcast. This is our all-pro team. We have done one half. We're ready for the other. Cademan, how you doing today?
Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Enough said. But all right.
It's awesome because we got Porter Drinks in here again. He says, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Drinks.
Good to have you back as well. I'm doing good. I mean, clearly my hair is not exactly what I wanted it to be today. It's like sticking up absolutely everywhere. But other than that, not doing too bad. I'm excited to be back and finishing up our list here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. Well, I think we should just get into it. Are you ready to go?
Let's just do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Cademan, how about you start us off with the most exciting position in football, offensive tackle?
Yeah, it's some good stuff. Because I got my man David Bakhtiari. Love that guy. He's super good. And he doesn't let up a lot of sacks. He's pretty fast. He just knows what's going on. Gotta love David Bakhtiari. His last name's pretty cool, too. And I think we misspelled it, but that's all right. Yeah. Trent Williams is also amazing. Not all of the 49ers offensive line has been great or was great this season, but he was really the big factor. He was locked in all offense, and I don't know, he's just really good at keeping that quarterback out of trouble. But, hey, we got some comments.
Let's go.
And we got some more misspellings of the Bakhtiari. Hey! All right. Porter Drink says all-pro QBs, Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady. Wide receivers, DK Metcalf and Davante Adams.
Interesting.
All right. Well, AJ, I know I was going to take wide receiver, but how about you take it since Porter – yeah, how about you take it since Porter Drinks just mentioned our wide receivers?
Okay, sounds good. So we actually went with 4 wide receivers because this is a position with a whole bunch of talented players and we couldn't limit it to only 1 or 2. So number 1, we obviously have Davante Adams. The dude missed like 3 games, but it didn't matter. It felt like he didn't. He was dominant all parts of the field, some of the best hands in football, the best route runner in football, and put up stupid amounts of touchdowns this year for the entire year. Next up, Stephon Diggs. This guy was just an ace for Josh Allen the whole, led the league in receiving yards for a reason. Look, he walked out on Minnesota to become a number 1. Well, he got his wish. He definitely dominated. We also had DeAndre Hopkins. And I mean, yeah, the Hail Murray definitely helped out his case this year. Still the best hands in football, one of the best jump ball catchers in football, if not the best. Absolutely insane. And yeah, he was banged up a little bit. And the Cardinals kind of crashed and burned at the end of the year and missed the playoffs, but his individual achievements this year are still incredible. And we decided to put up Justin Jefferson as well. The entire year, this is one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen from a wide receiver. 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. The guy was on point. Definitely exploded first year, slipped right into that secondary role that Diggs left behind very, very nicely and became the leading receiver for Minnesota this year. And Jacob Carlson already in the comments, it's the one and only Allied Rivals. Yes, sir. But yeah, by the way, Jacob Carlson, one of our guys from KDT Wiffle Ball, be sure to go check them out.
Oh, yeah. AJ, what do you think? What should we do next?
I don't know. How about you go back to the offensive line here, Cademan? I know you've got some more stuff you want to talk about there.
All right. So let's go with center. And my man Corey Linsley, just another big part of that Green Bay offensive line. And those 2 guys are 2 of the big reasons we were probably at least top 3 offensive line in the league. Corey Linsley's just super locked down. I mean, one of the parts of being a good center is having a great snap, and he does. It's pretty much perfect all the time. He's not the fastest guy, but I guess he's fast enough to keep up with the, I don't know, nose guards or whoever's coming up. And Jason Kelce, you can make many cases for many guys, but we kind of went with Jason Kelce because he's incredible, obviously, but he was the only guy on the Eagles offensive line that was healthy all season. The rest of his line, there were like 14, 15 different combinations for the Eagles offensive line, and Jason Kelce was just there the whole time, really locked down, really the one solid dude in the offensive line the whole time.
Yep.
But hey, we got some comments here.
Yes, we do.
And Porter Drinks says, you guys watched the NASCAR race? I did not. AJ, did you?
I didn't watch it live, but I caught the end of it. It was a mess, man. It was a fiery wreck on the last lap involving Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, a lot of the people. It was a mess because I like Joey Logano, and he was leading going into that race, so it hurt to watch. But man, that hurt. I was glad everyone walked away from that.
And we also got, awesome. I should have watched it, but I didn't. We got Lightning Bauer. Lindsley really is the man. Yes, he is. And AJ, Porter Drinks is kind of moving us into our next position. He says, oh, no, that wrong one. Quentin Williams is also good on the O-line. AJ?
I'm not sure who he's referencing here because there's Quinnen Williams, but he's a defensive end. And if he means Quentin Nelson, that's going to lead us into our offensive guards that we have. Quentin Nelson, the guy is uncontested, in my opinion, is the best offensive guard in football. He is absolutely insane. A big part of why the Colts offensive line gave Phillip Rivers a whole bunch of time to throw it. He was absolutely incredible. And then Brandon Scherff, one of the few bright spots on a poor Washington front offensive line for much of the year, but he was able to stay healthy. He was one of the top-rated PFF offensive lines, definitely one of the best. And yes, Porter Drinks did mean Quentin Nelson. There we go. Absolutely just an absolute beast at offensive guard. Cademan, before we move on, you want to answer what Porter Drinks is saying here, that y'all can't afford Lindsley this offseason. What do you think?
We can't afford Lindsley if we're getting J.J. Watt, or if we're keeping
Aaron Jones.
Unless one of them lowers their pay a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Packers are in a tough spot right now because they have a lot of guys that are, and kind of like with the Saints too, both of the teams are in really tough spots that are over the salary cap. And I think Lindsley's going to stay. I think the most important thing they can do right now is keep Rodgers
protected
and healthy, and he's the man to do it. So I think we're keeping Lindsley.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Even though Lightning Bauer also does bring up and coming left guard Elgin Jenkins. Out of a great Packers line, he's probably number 4, I think, probably out of the entire unit. But that's because the unit's already so good, though. Like, it's the competition he's going up against is the best of the best. And it's definitely, I think, a top 10 offensive guard as well, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. Cademan, you want to take running back for us? How about that? I mean, it's pretty obvious who one of them is going to be, though.
Yeah. All right. Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. They both had an insane amount of touchdowns. But Derrick Henry got over 2,000 yards.
Yes, sir.
And wasn't he like the 5th running back to do that?
8th running back, I believe, all time.
Was it 8th? Was that many?
I think it's all time.
It's been a long time. I think since Adrian Peterson.
2012, yes, sir.
I mean, the dude's insane. The dude's he's crazy. And then, I mean, Derrick Henry is Mr. Stiff Arm you into the ground and just play at you. And then Dalvin Cook, on the other hand, he can do that, but he doesn't as much. He's more of a faster guy. Yeah. I mean, he's just really good at moving around, really good vision. But I mean, obviously, both of these guys are going to be there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And especially with Dalvin Cook, he was one of the few bright spots early in Minnesota's season because they were a mess the first half of the year, and he was the only thing they had.
Yeah, he was the Minnesota offense for the first half of the season.
Yep, exactly. Yes, sir. Well, we got 2 more positions here, and I got to take this one. I'm sorry. My tight end, top 2. First of all, I'll say Darren Waller first. I'll get his name out there. Guy is absolutely incredible. He's literally half of the Oakland offense, with Josh Jacobs being banged up occasionally throughout the year. And, of course, Aguilar and Ruggs have their boom or bust games, but Darren Waller is always eerily consistent. He is a lock on that Oakland Raiders offense. But Travis Kelce is the best tight end in football. He is my boy. I love him to death. He is absolutely incredible. He can run, he can block, he can catch. He's got some of the surest hands in football. He almost led the league in receiving yards and probably would have if he hadn't sat out in week 17. Absolutely incredible. He is absolutely the best tight end in football, and I love him. I absolutely love him.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Well, Caedmon.
Never mind.
Yeah, sorry, no, go ahead. Please. No, you're talking about Travis Kelce. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say I kind of always think of him as just a big wide receiver because tight ends just don't get that kind of action, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't even get that many reps. Travis Kelce just above all, maybe the greatest of all time.
Yeah, if he keeps it up, I think
close.
so.
He's getting close.
He is, yes, sir. But like you already said, we've got one other position left, and I know you're excited to talk about this one.
All right. Aaron Rodgers getting the MVP. I was really excited about that. We kind of all knew it was going to happen. I don't know. What was it? 48 touchdowns.
48 touchdowns.
Season, and I think like 3 more or maybe more than that in the playoffs. I don't know. I know it was 3 against the Rams, but I don't remember how many against the Bucks. Anyway, he's just great. He doesn't throw interceptions. I think you've said this in many episodes before. He's just the most accurate quarterback, and while he doesn't necessarily run a lot, and that's probably why we lost the game to Tampa Bay.
One of the reasons, yeah.
Most of the time, he knows when to run.
Yeah,
say that, and I mean his arm is just above all. Yeah, I don't know, and he's still doing it at that age. And then Tom Brady.
You want to talk about doing it at that age?
Yeah, and then at this age, Tom Brady did have the greatest regular season ever. Still had 40 passing touchdowns and was like top 5 in passing yards. He was just. It's Tom Brady, and then he went to the Super Bowl and won it, and he is the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
That pretty much finishes us up.
Yep. Well, for anyone who wants to look at our entire team, it's on the screen right now. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Davante Adams, Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, David Bakhtiari, Trent Williams, Quentin Nelson, Brandon Scherf, Corey Linsley, and Jason Kelce. And just to recap our defense and special teams, TJ Watt, Darius Smith, Myles Garrett, Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, DeForest Buckner, Roquan Smith, Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner, Devin White, Jason Pierre-Paul, Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, Tyrann the Honey Badger Matthew, Buda Baker, Younghoe Koo, Jack Fox, and Cordero Patterson. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the 2021 Allied Rivals All-Pro team. Congratulations, everyone.
That was good.
That was good. That was fun.
That was
glad
awesome.
to get that. Glad to get that done for us today. That was nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, for anyone who's still here, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know what else. What do you guys think about our list? Would you have changed anything? Anything else you would have swapped around? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to stay subscribed with notifications on because we're trying to work better at like planning these out of when we're gonna go live. We'll try to get better at those. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode, and we will definitely be back with more stuff and more episodes on more sports soon as well, right, Cade?
Yes, sir. You know it.
Sir. Thank you very much. Lightning Bauer saying we got a good list. Thank you very much, sir. It has been a great NFL season. I think this is a pretty good send-off until we get around free agency, the draft for right now. But
yeah,
there you go. There you go, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Caedmon, anything else you want to say?
See ya.
See ya. We'll see you next time on the one and only Allied Rivals podcast.